Hey everyone, Rudy here, MTGCardMarket.com, back with my first round of this Swiss League, but unfortunately this hand is not really good enough, so I'm going to go ahead and mulligan here. This hand is a lot better, so we're going to keep perfect, land on top. So I'm going to use this to go get a Watery Grave here. Well, I guess I should just go get an island just in case of Wasteland. Well, what a funny thing to play around. Opponent also might be playing a Reanimator strategy. Oh, okay. It's interesting. So I know they have Emrakul in their deck now. Alright, get a good old Hangerback Walker. Now just basically I gotta play weird now with Buried Alive because I can't actually put any of my big fellas in there since my opponent is playing some form of Reanimator. Well, that also doesn't help drawing Gristle there. This basically looks like my 7. Just accidentally drew my 7. Although show and tell here would be pretty funny, since I could just put in Treachery. So I'm just, I'd actually love by putting a show and tell here, just because I have Treachery and Duplicate, so I can just go whatever way I want to. And as a removal spell for my Hangerback Walker, no, they're just playing Frantic Search. Sure, that's fine. If I had Force Spike, though, what would you do? Opponent not respecting the Force Spike that I do not have. Alright, discarding Massacre Worm, too. That's a good one. Alright, I hope I draw some lands for the next few turns. Because I'm going to need it pretty badly. Especially with the way things are looking. Nope. Alright, pretty likely dead here. But I've just seen a ton of cards. I've missed a lot of land drops. Although, I guess it's not like too surprising considering like how few lands I'm playing. But, alright. They have a Time Walk. Opponent's deck is much better than ours. Exhume. Yep. That sucks. Yep. Well, that was pretty good for them, pretty bad for me. Alright, so I need to draw exactly a land here to not be just dead. Although I am very likely just dead. Alright. Yeah, let's play the Signet. Just go to 1 here. Yeah, missing a land drop every turn has been very brutal. Wow, this is pretty interesting. My opponent's playing Port in their deck. Counterspell gets me good here. Otherwise, I have a couple more turns. Try and put anything together. All right. The good old tank, Cryptic Command you. I'm going to cut these swords because they're obviously not great, and I'm a fool for thinking that they would be in this deck. Alright. I have to fix my deck before the next league, but I definitely did not realize how foolish I was. Alright, opponent is mulliganing. It's pretty good for me. I do not have access to blue mana, but I can pretty much cast everything else, which I'm okay with. Wow. Wow, their hand is great. Yeah, everything here is just so good. I guess I should just take control magic here. But yeah, this is looking bad. Now my opponent has to decide how they want to handle things. They're in their upkeep, so I'm not actually sure what's going on. My guess is my opponent is suffering from some very bad lag here. They're taking forever. I am F6th. So all the waiting is on their turn. Alright, hopefully I can draw an island. That would be great. In the meantime, I'm just going to sit and pump up this Hangerback Walker for a little bit. If I draw land, I'll be able to play Orzhov Signet and pump. If I don't draw land, I think I'm just going to pump, though. I just want to start getting this Hangerback going before, Dismember comes in and takes it out, or a potential other removal spell. Yeah, I think my guess here is that my opponent is just suffering from a ton of lag based on, or they're double queuing. Based on the speed that they're playing, would be my guess. Alright. Damnation is not a good draw. At this stage, at least. Alright. Yeah, well, as long as I'm missing every single turn, I'll just keep putting a counter on it until I eventually draw one. Alright. I guess I could start attacking at this point. Opponent's just going for the discard play. Alright. Don't hate that. But it does mean... So they have Snapcaster, Mystic Confluence, they have Corpse Dance, but the question is, do they have Reanimate? And if I play Buried Alive, is that going to matter? And I think it's fine. I think I'm going to play Buried Alive to play around Exhume here. Let's see, get Gristlebrand, get Duplicant, and get... Ophiomancer. I don't want Terracodon in case they do have a Reanimate here. And if they have just Exhume, then I'm in a good spot. Childred. Alright. Alright, can start getting in for 5 now, since 5 a turn is obviously going to be pretty good. We're just going to pass with Fact or Fiction up here. Good news is basically beating Exhume. Let's see, Corpse Dance is instant. Love me some Fact or Fiction here. Opponent has a lot of blue cards in hand and none of their blue mana. So they're suffering from the same problems that I was, for sure. Alright, what you gonna do for me? Probably Animate Dead versus everything else. It's fine. I'm just gonna Put Animate Dead in my yard, or in my hand. Animate Dead their Shieldred. I guess I can't because they can just respond with Court Dance. So I guess I'm just looking for my Bristlebrew. Sure. Alright. Sacrifice this hanger back. Get 6 idiots. It's going to be pretty good here. Doing everything that I need to. Let's get this Crystal Brand out here. Alright. Let's draw 7. Probably can't be bad here. Ooh, library is a nice one, that's for sure. I can't really play Liliana, so I guess I'll just play a swamp for now. I guess I already played a land. I don't think there's really anything I want to do here. Can't really do too much. So I'm just going to discard my Shriekmaw and my Bone Shredder and a swamp here. Alright. Got a bunch of garbage out of my hand. Have 12 power in play. Pretty good. Toxic Deluge. X equals 7. That's okay with me. Alright. Play this library. Draw a card. Liliana Death's Majesty, my Gristlebrand back. Alright. Gristlebrand is the best. Yeah, this configuration is so much better. I'm quite the fool for building it any other way. Alright, I don't think there's really anything I want to change. I'm pretty fine with how everything's going. Kind of want to jam Leovold in here, but trying to like make my mana horrendous is not really where I want to be. So we'll get right back into it. See if I can pull off game number 3. I think our opponent's deck is much better than ours. So they have Time Walk, Mox Chet. They have Exhume, but it doesn't. I don't know if they have Reanimate or not. Alright, let's see. This hand is unfortunately not good. I really need land 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're just gonna mulligan. This hand's a lot better. Being on the draw. Also have a Hangerback Walker and Damnation. Buried Alive. I guess I can keep this. Since I don't hate having Buried Alive, looks like my opponent might just have spells that are only good for their side. This would be quite unfortunate if they put a Shieldred or something into play immediately. Because I do have turn 4 Damnation, but Damnation's obviously pretty slow. Goes to turn 4, and our opponent showed us they have Cryptic Command and Mystic Confluence. Alright, well, they got rid of their Cryptic Command, so that's pretty interesting. Alright. Get out this Hangerback Walker on 1. Hangerback can start doing work. Such an interesting threat where it's just so small and unassuming, but it just gets out of hand so quick. Frantic Search. Alright. So they're just looking for some action. Doesn't look like they have much going on. Discard Urborg and Swamp. Okay, so they definitely have at least another land, right? No, they have Time Walk. Alright, I mean, that's fine. I'm okay with them using Time Walk there because it doesn't actually really do much. Yeah, and they just ended up doing nothing here. I'll duress first before I bury it alive. Alright, so they have Animate Dead and they have Liliana. Looks like they have Snapcaster Mage as well. Question is what do I want to hate on here? And I think I can beat Liliana because I have Hangerback, but I can't really beat Animate Dead. Since I can't Snapcaster it, I will take that. That means my Buried Alive is now good to go, which I am pretty happy with. Alright. Here's Liliana, sure. Looks like they just didn't do anything with their Liliana. I'm okay with that. Cast Buried Alive here. Get out my Gristlebrand. Get out a Terastodon. And get out Ophomancer. Those are... I'm going to do it now, just because I don't want to get blown out by a Dismember or another removal spell. Duress. Okay, Duress is going to take my Damnation. That's unfortunate. But I know they just have Snapcaster Mage in hand. Not really anything to do with it. They don't want a plus and they don't want a minus, because neither are good for them. But I am likely to just attack my Hangerback Walker at Liliana this next turn since it's at 3. Yeah, it looks like they're just going to pass, so I'm just going to attack Liliana. If they want to throw away their Snapcaster Mage, that's fine. Alright, this is also fine. Liliana the Veil, 2 at you, 1 at Liliana, because all it is Snapcaster. Snapcaster can't do anything here. Alright. So now my opponent can Snapcaster Time Walk, Snapcaster Frantic Search. Let's see what they do. Frantic Search is an instant, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them just do it on their turn. Another land here. I'm just going to keep attacking for 3 until my opponent does something. Just have to hope I can dodge Massacre Worm for long enough. Massacre Worm 6ing me would be pretty devastating, that's for sure. Hopefully they don't have Mystic Confluence here to get rid of 3 of my Thopters. Alright, another land here is pretty horrendous. This is where they've been the last few games. The good news is I only have 7 in my deck left, so I have about, 16 spells we can draw. Chrome Mox is the only real bad one. Entomb. Okay. I guess it's for Massacre Worm here. Would be my guess. Yep, it was for Massacre Worm. They're hoping to spike spike one of their reanimation spells. Snapcaster Mage probably going to Frantic Search to look for any reanimation spell. I don't know, probably take 6 here. Oh, Careful Study. Okay, that's a little interesting. I think Frantic Search would be a little better since you get to, untap a couple things and maybe it's fine. It's probably about the same, I guess. Unless they wanted to, untap 2 islands in a swamp. Looks like they got rid of a land and a remand, so neither of which are very good for them. Means they're really just missing on their reanimation spell. Alright, well this game is pretty over. I'm just gonna Get my Griselbrand here. I could also just get Terrastodon and tag all 3 of their black sources. What is better? What is better is the real question. So I get Griselbrand. Probably very unlikely to lose with Griselbrand in play. Also pretty unlikely to lose if I just Terrastodon 3 of their lands. But they're pretty likely to draw more lands. I'm just going to get this Griselbrand here. Good old draw 7. Alright, well, your Treachery, and that's kind of nice. I shouldn't cast this Moldrifter. Guessing this Moldrifter is bad. Well, whoever casts this Kalitas. Since it doesn't die to Massacre Room. And if my opponent puts Massacre Room into play, then they just give me a zombie, which is fine with me. What you got? Toxic Deluge, where X equals 7. That's fine with me. I will get a zombie. Yep. I think they just forgot how Kalitas and Toxic Deluge worked, but would have drawn Factor Fiction and would have just been in a pretty good spot. But I'll be back with round number 2 in just a little bit.